Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War. Campaign 12, Week 7, Day 4. So today, of course, main thing we have going on event-wise is the Diabolist class event. Unfortunately, this is one of the worst hero classes in the entire game, but that does mean you might not have it upgraded, which means some free XP. And regardless, you can get 25 free gems just from going up to round 4. It is never worth spending gems on the class events. They're always pretty bad value. Of course, we do have the free thing for New Year's, technically on New Year's Day, coming in pretty soon. Aside from that, today, actually, I'll probably do that first. We can finally go get the golden bag. So as of yesterday, they did finally fix the whole point system for anyone who got incorrectly banned the other week. And with that being so, of course, we got all of our points reimbursed, both for this event, the campaign, all that. And in doing so, we're right back where we were. So now we'll be able to go get Kris Kringle toy bag, and then we'll work on the power orb. And that's basically the last required thing we need, as to be able to get all loot, you'd have to get Winter Armor once, Kris Kringle once, and the bag basically 6 times. The first 5 times, and then once on Golden Pet, which is 700 total there, for a total of 700, 1,200, and 1,600. And if you want to throw the orb in there, that's 2,400. If you want to go for the achievement as well, if you haven't already gotten it. Anyways, let's go to our battles here so we can go get the pet. And that'll be the last thing we basically need from this event. We'll still keep doing it the last few days so we can go get the power orb. However, as far as important loot is concerned, this is the last drop we'll be getting as far as the holiday event. So we'll be able to catch the last one there. Okay, what do we even need here? We need brown. Brown, blue, green. Of course, not a single one available. Anyways, hello everyone! Let me start from the top. Hello, hello Roman, hello Emanator, hello Ginky, hello Big Chris, hello Michael, hello Daddy Shark, hello Isabel, hello Sushi Ninja, hello Michael, hello Roman, hello Daddy Shark, I'm starting to repeat so many, hello Ginky, hello Henry, hello Peter, hello everyone else, welcome, welcome, welcome. Should we spend 50 a day anymore? No. If you already got all the rewards, you could just kind of stop, unless you're looking to get other stuff. I still am, because if you do it every single day, that should be enough to also get the power orb again. And a couple hundred gems for a power orb. Well, power orbs, you know, aren't that good these days, especially way later in the game. You know, another power orb for a couple hundred gems, not that bad. So I figured I might as well go all the way and keep going to go get the power orb. That's not too bad a deal. I believe it comes out to like 250, 300 gems for a power orb, essentially. So not bad at all. I don't think we need to change. I'm just making sure we don't accidentally go into the Kris map one. Alright, what do we need here? We'll go for explosion. We'll take the blue. Ooh, wait, yeah, that's fine. Because we get the cascaded red. The ban costs you 1 day of Crinkle battles? No! Yeah, that did happen to some people. I got really lucky in that even though we were banned for slightly more than 24 hours, the way that it fell was like perfect, so that in the last half hour I was able to like get in to go do the event stuff. Because I was checking at like 1:30 in the morning, like, yeah, what if we're unbanned? And then I checked and it's like, oh, we're unbanned. And I covered the weekly video because I was already on, because it's normally when I'm up to go do the weekly stuff when we cover the Monday video thingy. So I was checking like, ah, maybe we're unbanned, and then I check and it's like, oh, we are unbanned. Let's see. Yeah, I got a little bit lucky on that. Because our ban duration lasted in a way where we theoretically didn't miss a single day. Even though it was banned for slightly over 24 hours. Let's see. We'll take that, take that. Let's get our infinite truffles going. And of course we're missing out on all the queen map fights just so we don't end up getting frozen. Of course, these other fights could potentially freeze us as well, but the Queen map one's going to be the easiest one to get frozen on, due to it being able to freeze per extra turn, which is by far the most annoying mechanic to have to deal with. Also, hello Cookie! Hello Tyrion! Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, Tyrion, did you already do the Pokemon event thing? I still haven't yet. It started like an hour ago, and obviously I haven't really had time since then. But I am aware of it being around. So hello, Demidora. Oops, I'm clicking on the wrong screen. I was just clicking my interface instead of the actual game. Whoops. Just looking over at chat for half a second. Because I see 2 versions of the game on my screen. One is, of course, the one I'm actually playing on. The other one is, like, the video outfeed. And ever so occasionally, when I'm not paying attention, I click on the video one, which is not the actual game. Oh, there's one other question up there I didn't see. What was that? Oh, never mind. That was for Lester. Alright, we'll go for truffle there. You're not prepared for it? Really? Is it that hard? I'm pretty sure you just need like one good psychic type. I was considering the ostrich. Though, honestly, just using a Charizard from the previous event seems kind of good for it, too. It has bulk up? Oh, so just use special damage then. That's not too bad if it has bulk up. Yeah, I have no clue what its moveset is. Do you actually know what its whole moveset is? Because I haven't even tried it once yet. If it's bulk up, this means you have to use a special attacker then. So like Armor Rouge, the ostrich that I forget her name of. Something like that. Let's see what takes brown. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Alright, so now we can go get our golden bag. And now we have officially finished out this event. And something I want to go do with this bag as well. Of course, there are two ways to max out this pet. The first way that you have access to maxing out the Kris Kringle bag is to spend money. Obviously, there's like the money option here. That new thing they added, you can spend like 10 bucks and you get a max Crinkle bag and a few other things. However, there's an alternative way to max it. Of course, you can get one copy of the bag, like we just did, from buying this 7 times, 5 times for the normal one time to get one copy of the golden one. And then, all we have to do is go to the pet, go to upgradable, or type in its name, and we can use some pet orbs on it. So if I go to this, and we just throw down a few little pet orbs. Actually, I might as well use a major one if we're going to do it this way. Yeah, I can just use one of our 4 major pet orbs, and boom, look at that. It's easy as that. And there we go, we now have a max pet. We saved 10 bucks. But there we go. Doesn't really do anything. It's cosmetic, of course. But another max pet for the pile. And what's this one even from? This one is from Kazeel. Did Kazeel even need another pet? Probably not, but we have one now. Kazeel. Kazeel did not need another pet. It currently has 5 max, with another one that could easily become a 6. So this one's actually relatively new. But yeah, it'll be fine forever on pets, so it's good. I didn't even realize both the bags are actually from the same location. They're both KZL. I guess that makes sense that they're from the same location. But yeah, the Crinkles toy bag and the Crinkles golden toy bag are both from... I wonder if that's going to be the case for all of them going forward. Let me actually check, because we actually know what the next one looks like. I guess that makes sense. That would make a lot of sense, actually. But, oops, I cannot type. My brain can never think of the order on Terrans. I'm not sure why. It's like a word I don't normally type. Like, world is easy, but Terrans, for whatever reason, like, always gets me. As far as, like, what order your fingers need to move in. I'm not sure why. We type it so often. It's just not something you would commonly type otherwise. Anyways, what am I looking for? Not this. I'm looking for pets. I want to see if the next pet that's coming from that other event is from the same location. Not the Zolkari ones. Because we're getting, yeah, these two. Yes, they are. So when we're getting the normal pet and the golden version, they seem to always be from the same kingdom. So whenever one of those come in, it's basically... So basically, whenever we get a pet from a seasonal event now, we're getting 2 for the same kingdom. Because we'll be getting the standard one, and we'll be getting the golden version of it. And this is for the Lunar New Year thingy. Which is... should be late January? Yeah, January 16th, whatever that says. 10th, I can't read. 16th. Looks like a 0 from far away. Anyways, but yeah, on the 16th we'll have that. Anyways, well, technically not on this exactly the 16th. We'll have to work towards it on the event thingy. Probably like a week after the fact, kind of like how it was this time. Anyways, that'd be really funny if we got a major pet orb from this at a 1% chance. Oh, could you imagine? It's going to eventually happen. We're going to upgrade a pet with a major pet orb, and then we're immediately going to get a major pet orb back. The chance of it happening is exceedingly unlikely, though not impossible. Anyways, okay, so we're done with that. Only other thing we now need, if we want to go get, is the power orb. which is the only reason I'm really spending any more points towards it. Otherwise, we could just stop spending gems. And, yeah, then we're good to go. Then we would have had everything of importance. Technically, we already have everything of importance, but might as well go for the power as well. Anyways, let's go do the actual event on hand. So, of course, today's event is the Diabolist hero class. We already showed a team for it on Monday, as we normally did. That's not it. This one, is it? Though I do believe... No, I don't need to change it. I thought I changed my hero class for the weekly, but nope. We're just using Archmagus. You could, of course, use the corresponding hero class if you really wanted to. However, Archmagus is substantially stronger due to how weak gosh, I cannot remember the thing. The Diabolist, due to how weak Diabolist is. Also, we do have access to do two different converts. We have yellow to purple and blue to purple. And of course, with that being said, I somehow have no alignment whatsoever. So we have so much extra purple gain that we could just go for one and be good to go. So hello, Dwight. Hello, Clip Bomb. Welcome, welcome. Oh, it has acrobatics. Alright, so acrobatics, flame ball, some fighting attacks, bulk up. Alright, that's not too bad. So what? It has fighting, fire, flying coverage. So you could probably get away with Armor Rouge then. Like a really bulky Armor Rouge. Also, if I'm not mistaken, Armor Rouge learns Clear Smog, which gets rid of all positive status effects from the enemy. And I believe it works even when they have shield up. So you could go down that route. Let's see, what do we need here? We do have access to yellow, so we'll go for that one. I always find it weird that it denies its own color, because it's a red-yellow that denies yellow. However, that's actually surprisingly good on yellow Guild War Day. Like, you're making yourself go so much slower when you use, what's her name again? Lamish Stew on yellow Guild War. But it's surprisingly strong. You're hyper-focused on Pokemon. But yeah, based on what you said, it sounds like Armor Rouge would work well for it. I don't have one built for it. I have, like, two shiny ones, but neither of them are built for doing raids. They're both built for multiplayer. Maybe we'll stream it tomorrow, we'll see. I haven't been doing that many midday streams as of lately. Let's see. Convert that away. You want to join a raid? So what Tyrion said, it sounds like it's going to be hard. Oh, what do I need? Like no alignment here. I'm actually going to go for this because this allows us to set up into alignment the following turn. You won't raid with non-shinies? I'm actually the inverse. I'll raid with non-shinies, but I will never play multiplayer with non-shinies. So I'm kind of doing the exact inverse of that. This weekend, the three of us need to take it on. We could. You're free till Monday. Well, if I am going to be streaming, I'm probably streaming it tomorrow. Because I'm probably going to be a little bit busy this weekend. Because I wanted to get it as shiny as well. The Cinderace, that is. Let's see. What do we need here? We'll take that down. So I just realized, I have actually not covered a single video on the most recent generation of Pokemon. Pokemon videos do very weirdly. Because if you're not a channel, like, completely dedicated to it, your video will get either, like, no views or infinite views. And there's, like, nothing in between. If It really just depends if the YouTube algorithm picks it up or not. Let's see, we'll take that one down. It's not like an indie game where you can cover something for something and it's like, oh, you'll actually see visibility. There's like 1.5 billion people covering it for Pokemon. There's one thing I wanted to cover was all the teams I use for Master Rank. Because most people only play singles or doubles. Very few people play both. Let's see. I'll take that one. Yeah, that thing is really annoying to try to get. Actually, I found the best way to do it was actually an outbreak that happens in the cave. Not the one in the above ground, because those fire Tauruses will spawn. Well, I guess it's not an issue in the other version since it doesn't have it. But there's like a cave spawn where it can sometimes go out for an outbreak. And that's where I got my 2. I tried going for a third one too and was never able to get one from a different location. Because the cave one was just so much better. You completed your holiday weekend's goal. All ice types in the game called shiny, really? That's really funny. I was doing that some the other day. Like catching Delibird, like a few days after Christmas. I was originally going to do it like Christmas night. And then just got too tired. Then a couple days later, I just found like 1 billion different ice shinies next to each other. Because they're all kind of right on top of each other. Alright, we need 4 more fights here. Oh, you're doing living decks. I actually don't care about living decks as much in mainline games like I did in Legends Arceus. And the main reason being is if I'm using them in battle, I want them in like battle ready form. So I don't really keep them in their lower forms. Let's see, what do we need here? I think the yellow convert. Wait, that's not enough damage, is it? I need to get Venberic. Because we don't want to cast Black Manacle first, otherwise we need to feed mana all the way back to it. And now if we have alignment here, I'm not even going to look at the board. I'm just going to hope we have something. Unfortunately, no alignment, but at least we got some mana. Oh gosh, we got like 1 billion mana as well. Hey, we even got a Devour, nice. Right, 2 more fights. Right, I'll take Black Manacle there. How do you think Scarlet, or how long do you think Scarlet story mode will take? You need a Koraidon ASAP. I don't know, it depends how you go about it. I would say maybe 10-ish to 15-ish hours. I think the speed run is down to about 4 hours, I want to say. The realistic casual quick run is closer to like 8 or 10, I'm pretty sure. Because I did it on my other account, but I wasn't paying attention to the exact amount of time. Because I was multitasking it with other stuff, so I wasn't like full paying attention. Also did it like a month ago. But there we go. We got our free 25 gems. Always great to grab. Speaking of which, we are finally at level 20 for dungeons. I still haven't covered the video for that, though I will be hopefully tomorrow. Because I wanted to cover just a couple teams going over dungeons. Oh, perfect tonight. Oh, silence. Boo. Oh, downward stairs. Ha 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 ha. Joke's on you, we're already here. Stay. Now, all we need to do is just never click ascend on accident. Actually, that's a good question. Does anyone know? In Gems of War, do downward steers ever show when you're on level 20? Or are they all just replaced with upward steers now? Because it's impossible to go downwards anymore. You can only go up. I wonder if it even can show you in a downstairs. Oh wait, did we just really hit every single room before we hit the correct one? That's unfortunate. Also, we have to deal with silence, which means we have to use that one really weird team. Let's see. Oh, so this thing's still named Orpheus Dungeons. I have actually gotten rid of the Orpheus from it. Mostly because we don't really need that much commitment to cleanse. So all I have to do is just take one extra turn and we're good to go. No! It took away my extra turn! No! I needed that. Also, I made sure Hero would have immune to, immune. We're gonna do the U then. It's gonna be annoying because we got probably the most annoying combo to ever exist in dungeons, which is Silence, Silence Deathmark. This is one of the reasons why I even had an Orpheus build to begin with. Because if we could just take a yellow right here, it'd be good to go. Except now we have to take an extra turn, which is a little bit messier to do. Okay, this might take a couple tries, gosh. This is why I used Orpheus. Literally for this exact situation, for the very, very rare times when this occurs. Because, gosh, is this annoying beyond all belief? And there's not much counterplay to it. Like, we have a cleanser on our team right now. It might not look it, but we do. There we go, finally, gosh. Okay, now we can start playing the game. There we go. We have to deal with that every single time. And there's no combo more annoying than that. It's like the worst possible combo you could possibly get hit with. Deathmark Silence. I was gonna say you better not do it from my mana generator. Alright, that should be wipe. And Beatrix take it out. Or anything at this point, doesn't really matter. There we go. 1 down, 2 to go. I said, hello, Larry! Welcome, welcome. Hope all has been well. You've only seen up so far at 20? Okay, I assume it's impossible to get it down. Since it's not actually possible to go downwards anymore. I was hoping to get a really lucky rope dart. If we get that one red to lower, we'll be fine. No! Wait, we still got it over there, that's fine. It's not the most ideal one, but we can make it work. Alright, we do that, we do that. Get rid of the dragon. Oh, I should have taken that brown first. Do I want to rope dart anyone else? I guess. Why not? Because then we can set up into Beatrix. I need a purple really badly. I can't take purple here, though. Purple, where are you? Getting a bunch of mana that isn't purple. Oh, did he just deny my purple? He did with Mercy. That's a little unfortunate. Also, I'm just hitting, like, whatever right now. We're just hitting, like, random targets. Let's see. Mostly because I was trying to armor tier everything, but in doing so, we haven't actually killed a single unit. Because the goal was to, like, armor tier them, but then I realized, wait, we're using a true damage team? That doesn't actually matter. And that will kill. One more fight with the annoying Silence Deathmark combo. Hopefully when we cover the video tomorrow, we won't have anywhere near of annoying stats effects. Oh, in all fairness, Yellow Day is by far the worst day. Just because it does have that combo. Honestly, if we see a death, I'm just restarting every time. We have infinite tries. We'll get the one iteration that works out perfectly. Like extra turn on starting board. We'll take a blue. No! Double kill! Gosh, it's getting even more vicious. I'm about to bring the voice of Orpheus back at this rate, gosh. This is like the whole... If you were wondering, like, why we ever used both Beatrix and Orpheus, like, this is the exact reason why. Like, it's very rare that it happens to you. Like, maybe, like, once a month you get hit with this annoying of a combination. But, gosh, is it so bad when it does happen. It's very rare, but awful when it does. Because Yellow Day is the only day that it can happen on, if I'm not mistaken. Where you can both get Deathmarked and Silenced. Now, let me get rid of his barrier so we don't have to deal with him. And we should be good to go from here. He doesn't have anything annoying. We already got cleansed. Got our Beatrix rolling. Got everything else good to go. The only thing we don't have is a little bit of purple. Which could be very useful right about now. And that will do. Is that enough to kill? No, it is not. It'll be very, very close. I'm going to take a... oh, I could have taken the other way. Oh, never mind. That still works. And that's match. We actually have enough rope dart damage to just kill it with an AoE. There we go. Alright, that was a little clunky, but hey, we came through. How are we doing on Dragonite? Do we have enough for another egg yet? To be disappointed with? No, not quite. 2 more days. Unless we get a perfect tomorrow. Anyways, okay, let's go hand out a code. I think we've done all the main things. Well, actually, everything but Ward Event. Let's still hand out a code now. Oh yeah, I didn't do Ward Event yesterday either. I should go help out the guild, though. It seems like they're pretty much good to go. This will be the last day we'll have to help out. Let's go do our battles for it. But first, code time. Here you guys go. Here's the redeem code used on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Redeem code posting in the chat right now. And get same loot as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Okay, let's go run the current event thingy. So we're still running the same team from earlier. We can run that the entire time. Switching out my medals for the arcane badge thingy. So we get extra spell damage. Which also increases Marilift's damage, oddly enough. And we'll clear out this battle, and then we'll go and probably open some orbs. Go for like 50 of them or so. And tomorrow, we have a new Deep Delve. The Deep Delve is for Warrens. The troop we're getting is unfortunately kind of bad, and I will be skipping on it just so to save a little bit of gems. But it doesn't have much of a use case anyways. You can easily get it with shards at a later point. I'll still be doing the free battles for the event and covering a video kind of going over the thingy. We always make an updated one. What do we want here? Take that over. How many kingdoms are on the world map now? There are 36. Actually, yeah, Lester just mentioned it. We have 36 factions, 36 kingdoms. There's another one that's going to be added early next year, though. It seems like they're adding about 1 every year now. Though there's a chance next year might be the first year in a while that we get 2. But so far, the rate for the last few years have been 1 per year. Like, they stopped for a little while because of Underworld stuff. And then they started bringing it back at about 1 per year. That's where they're currently at right now. Which honestly I feel like perfectly fine pacing for them. Because they can't add too many with how a lot of the other game is structured, unless they like restructure everything in the game. Because with how the event system works, we're already starting to get to like too many kingdoms. Like even 40 is starting to push it to like too many. Though they might tweak the system into the future to actually accommodate for higher numbers. Because the current system doesn't, like at all, without them reworking quite a few things. Because since there's only 1 event occurring per week, one solution to that could be like make every event week like a double event week. Though I feel like they would never do that though. Like basically 2 events going on every week. As in, you know, 2 kingdom events. Because that would allow them to go to like a really high number of kingdoms without having to worry about how many kingdoms there are. Can I make a dungeon video? You've been using Cursebreaker weapons with Zul'Goth and a better immune team for level 20. Oh yeah, I'll be making a dungeon video. I meant to actually today and just didn't get around to it. I'll be making it definitely for tomorrow. There's actually 2 videos I want to post tomorrow. One's going over level 20 dungeons. The other one is going over, oh, what's it called? The Deep Delve that's happening tomorrow. Because we're getting a new Deep Delve option. Orange is a bit of a weird location. It's a green-yellow restriction as far as what you can use. So you do have access to, like, Leprechaun and stuff. You do have access to, like, weird Rowan builds. You have access to, like, triple finesse. I just feel like green-yellow doesn't have anything, like, exceptionally good. You have to build, like, weird Iron Gut teams if you want to run the high ends. Since you don't have access to Zul'Goth. And your curse option on the green-yellow isn't that good. Like, I normally like running that one purple weapon when you're restricted to green-yellow. Which you're allowed to do because you're not restricted on weapon color. It's not for that mode anyways. There's always seems weird. Because there's like some events in the game where there's like a color restriction, but your weapon's allowed to be a different color. But then there's other modes where there's a color restriction, but your weapon has to correspond to that color. Some of those modes include the World Event, as well as technically Guild War. But everything else that has like a color restriction, you're actually allowed to use any weapon you want, even if it goes against the color restriction. Only Guild War and World Events are you like restricted exactly to it. That and I believe Journey Events, but Journey Events like almost never happen for whatever reason. I think we've had 3 ever, and it's been out for like a year now, the feature. I'm not sure why they didn't do as many Journey Events. It seemed like something they were going to do like every 6 weeks or so. And we've gotten 3 in over a year. So they're like near non-existent. Like it seems like they're going to do at least 1 per kingdom. And so far they've only done it for 3. 2 of which for new kingdoms, 1 of which was for an already existing kingdom. I think they will ever make Explorer level 13 or higher. I feel like they will. Especially with the orb changes that they most recently made. Because I feel like they're going to now need to add more incentive to do an Explorer 12. Because I would assume a lot less people are doing Explorer 12 since orbs have come out. Like there isn't, like there's still incentive to do Explorer 12. So there's definitely less of an incentive compared to like a couple weeks ago. Like prior to that patch. One of the main things I would love to see is more orbs available. But also better drop rates for tokens would be nice. Because now it's actually possible to max everything in the game. So it'd be nice if they just put some more quality of life on Explore so it doesn't take as long. Because now it's actually possible, but it still takes forever. And it can make it a little bit more accessible. I was gonna say that Inferno King better not revive. Luckily it did not. It looks like we got 7 fights left. Maybe only 5. Depends how the Valraven runs. There's one weird thing about a lot of these events is you never know the exact amount that you have to do. You only know like approximately. Wait, that's enough to kill. I keep forgetting we have spell damage increase. Because it adds for a lot of damage. Okay, this one should be Valraven. There it is. I like how predictable the Valraven is. Like, it's not perfectly predictable, but you know, like, generally when it's gonna happen. For every given mode. The only one that's hard to predict is, dungeons. Because you have to do so many battles. Or sorry, I mean, not dungeons, I mean delves. Delve events. Because it's so hard to determine, like, how many battles you have to do to get a Valraven. Because the number is so high compared to any other event. Oh, why did I do that? I already had win condition. Because Scourge of Honor with true damage would have already killed. If we get unlucky on Valraven, we're going to run out of battles here. Which isn't too big a deal. To help out the guild a little bit more on points. I'm just going to let him take the extra turn since we don't need it. It's actually quicker just letting the AI take it. And I think this is our last fight. So we get lucky on the Valraven. Oh, we do get a lucky on the Valraven. There we go. Kill it first, just in case. Not like it's really going to escape, but you do have to be careful if you're spawning purple. Which is actually something you might want to look out for the tomorrow's event, or this weekend's event, is whenever you're spawning yellow. Did I just say purple? I meant yellow. I was looking at purple. But whenever you're spawning yellow, you have to be careful in various events when there's Valravens. Because that yellow will feed into the Valraven and allow it to escape. So if you're building like a really heavy like yellow spam team for the weekend event, you want to be careful because if it misses, the Valraven could escape. Which would lose you some sigils. I believe the only thing I really spam yellow on for those kind of teams is like a finesse team. The finesse team doesn't really need to spam yellow in order to get rolling. Because once it gets rolling, you don't spawn any gems at all. What's this weekend's event? It's Warren's Deep Delve. We're getting like a weird support troop that isn't worth using from it, as well as the the new format for whatever the Deep Delve is, which we don't currently know. Which I assume is going to have better loot than the other format, because the other format was not a particularly good layout. So almost any new layout will probably be better. We're pretty much in the middle of our guild. In a multi-way tie with one other person who got the same RNG as us. Never mind. Wait, he has a 6. Never mind, we're off by 12. Guess we got a little unlucky somewheres. Anyways. Alright, there we go. So, next order of business. Check our mail. What's even here? Oh yeah, the redeem code we handed out earlier. Thank you, whoever claimed that. Okay, let's go take out Adventure Board. We do have a few good things here. We got 10 gems and this thing. Yeah, we'll use Magnesia, why not? Can I put rewards in description for the weekend's Deep Delve? And show the rewards? Trying to remember. Well, the rewards for it are not really one that you can, like, list out. For the most part. Because most of the rewards from it are random based on the chest thingies you get. It's mostly just, like, shards and legendary ingots, mythic ingots, stuff like that. Like, the main benefit from events like those is they give chaos shards. And that's material that you use to get a bunch of troops from the underworld if you don't already have them all. So you can get copies of them, you can get them maxed. It also gives you treasure so you can upgrade them. No, the claims? Wait, what do you mean by the claims? Oh, you mean like the reward tiers? It's pretty much like any other one. You get a major orb, a vault key, 2 small orbs, a title, a little image thingy, whatever that's called, the profile image, and like a bunch of miscellaneous loot. As well as some extra chaos shards and stuff in there. But almost every event is, with very few exception, the main notable loot in any given event is a major orb, 2 small orbs, and a vault key. Oh, there's obviously a lot of other loot that you get. Those are generally the main ones of interest, because they're all orb related. Is there a weapon coming with the event? No. Deep Delves normally do not get new weapons. They normally come with 1 new delve layout and 1 troop, and that's it. I don't think they've ever actually done a new weapon for them. Because every delve only has 1 weapon. So yeah, they would have never actually added a new weapon for any of them then. Since every single delve has exactly 1. Similar to why the class events have never really added more weapons, because each, class only ever gets 1. But you can easily get it from just getting 250 wins. Actually, one funny thing about this Fiend Fire weapon, I'm actually going to be using it for tomorrow's delve. Or at least for one of the teams I'll be showing. Because it's actually a really consistent way to apply Curse. If you don't have a troop-related option under your color restriction. Alright, so we have now finished all the events. You know what that means? It's orb opening time. Well, technically, vault key time. Which is basically orb opening time. Oh, wait, that's the wrong team. I was about to go switch to Zolgoth. Well, you could use Zolgoth here if you really wanted to. It'd be a bit slower, though, oddly enough. Compared to clicking 3 times. Yeah, I believe the weekend faction event has 16 tiers? Or 12? I know it's more than a normal one. I believe the amount to be able to finish everything is to buy to tier 4, if I'm not mistaken. On a weekend event. I'm personally going to be buying into it none. And most people, I think, go to 5, I believe it is. Like, you want to get to Legendary and then use a Blue Orb to get the Mythic. If you're lucky just to get the Troop maxed. Because that also gives you enough tiers to complete out the event. But if you're just looking to complete out the event, I believe you want to go to tier 4. Who knows, maybe we'll actually go complete out the event now, too. Because getting that major orb might actually be worth it. Oh, wait, I just realized. The loot I said earlier is actually not what you get from a faction event. I forgot, faction events are a little bit weirder. They have like that 4-orb system and everything else. Like, they run onto a slightly different system. Like, there's a few events that have like slightly weirder loot. The absolute best one is, though we like never have it, it's Journey Event. Because Journey Event is the only event that actually gives you deeds. Like, directly as the loot. Also, gosh, we found 60 ingot things already. So many. Let's see. What do we need here? I know what I need. It's just there's no good angle for it. No, well, let's just take something. And move into place. Oh, please let me drag it. There we go. Always unfortunate seeing a bad starting board. Come on, stop giving ingots. Give us anything relevant. There's so many good ones. It's in there somewhere. I'll just throw down the explosion. 1 mana short. Oh, I could have taken extra turn brown. Whoops. Can you believe you found more Dragonite Gnomes on your Switch account than on your PC one? That's kind of funny. I still have not seen a single Dragonite Gnome, by the way. I own like 15 copies of the card, but I've never actually seen him in the wild. We're gonna see him definitely in the next Vault event, if nothing else, if we don't see him by then. The biggest issue is since the patch, I've pretty much never been farming in any area we could even drop. Which is probably why your Nintendo Switch account has found it so many times. Because quest lines can drop them. Quest lines have the entire gnome drop table except for pet. So if you're going through a bunch of quest lines and about a lot of other things a newer player would go through, all those locations actually have gnomes, oddly enough. Whereas like all pieces of content I've been doing the last few weeks since the orb update pretty much has like 0% chance of actually dropping the Dragonite Gnome. The only thing that we normally do is the daily adventure board that has any chance of dropping him. Like everything else that we do, like guild events, weekend events, you know, every single one of those like day-long events, like the class event we just did. Like all those things, like opening orbs right now, like we are right now, or Volkeys, I mean. All of these things do not have any chance of giving you gnomes. Which means aside from our daily adventure board, I have not actually been doing any piece of content that even has a single chance of giving us the new gnome. Which is one of the main reasons why I haven't seen it yet. Then he's as annoying to get as Cursed Gnome. Like, I'm pretty sure they both have, like, literally the same drop rate. Who knows, maybe we're even in the same table taken away from each other's drop rate. I'm actually not sure on that. Because I'm not even remotely sure what the rates even are since I haven't seen any to even compare. All I know is it's, like, around Cursed Gnome drop rate, if not exactly the same. So, hello, Logic Slayer! Welcome, welcome. Because there are 6 gnomes that are, like, artificially substantially rarer than all the others. It's the 4 versus Cursed Gnome and, the Dragonite Gnome. The new one that just came out a couple weeks ago. So we're getting so many orbs, but no good loot tonight. It's like our 10th orb, and not a single one has dropped anything above blue or purple. I'll catch you later, Clip Bomb. Have a good weekend. I guess technically not the weekend yet, but soon the weekend. I don't know, a lot of times lately, I've actually been considering like Thursday into Friday into being the weekend. I feel like since college I've felt that way. Even though technically for most people it's not until Friday. Or, you know, Friday night. Also, this entire week, until yesterday, I thought it was like one day forward than what it actually was. Probably because Christmas threw it off by a lot. So like my entire week, it felt like one day forward compared to where it actually was. The Deep Delve day seems like a waste. It kind of is. I actually haven't been spending gems on it the last several times. in order to put it into Dragonite. Though this is the first one since the orb buff, so we'll see. But there's a chance I'm kind of skipping on it as well. We'll still be covering the video and everything. But even after the orb buff, I might still be skipping on it. Like, we'd still do the basic battles, you know, the ones you get for free. And by skipping, I mostly just mean not spending any gems on it. Even though our stack is very ready to do so if it needed to. Because, gosh, how's our gems doing these days? Aren't we almost at 40? We are! Hey, actually, we just passed it with that one drop we just got. We are officially at 40,000 gems. You know how long it has been since we've had 40,000 plus gems? I don't think I've ever actually had 50,000 plus. But it's been like 5 years, 4 years? Somewhere's around there since we had 40,000 plus gems. Oh, there we go. Let's keep going. At this rate, we will actually reach 50,000 for the first time. Like, if I consumed this entire Volky stack, we'd easily be at 50,000. Oh, there's another 120. Gosh, Volkies give so much loot. It's gonna be sad to see the stack go. But as soon as we get some more Vault events, we can make the stack go back up. You're about to save 3 deep delves for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. In case on Monday. Well, as far as doing the actual deep delves, they're actually generally not worth it compared to just progressing normally. Like, the event itself can be worth it if you want to do it. But actually spending to do the deep delves, like the 2 sigils instead of 1 on a given day. Oh, good, we just got the big gem drop. But using 2 sigils instead of 1 actually is not worth it. It's better just to progress every single underworld faction to 200. Or, you know, not to 200, I mean to 500. Rather than trying to do the deep delve ever. Oh, you meant for the word event. Oh, okay. Oh, major orb? Aw, boo. First major orb and doesn't have anything. I might have already seen a few. I'm pretty sure there's all just disappointing loot, so I just ignored them. Let's see, we'll throw that one down. You went from level 255 to 363 in the 3 days since you returned. Nice, Omega. Yeah, the early game of Gems of War is a lot of fun. The main thing I like about it is team building diversity. Because a lot of people you're fighting aren't using the meta because they don't have it. And you yourself have to build like creative teams because you might not have access to some of the super strong stuff. Luckily you get access to them pretty early. Ooh, we got a lesser one. Like a Rowan from Forest of Thorns. Mang from Hero Class level up. As well as almost every good mana accumulator in the game's a low rarity troop. Very few of them are actually mythics. It's really weird because like 80 to 90% of damage sources in Gems of War are mythics. But 80 to 90% of the viable mana accumulators are all like rares or ultra rares, or in case of Thrall, literally a common. Because even though the majority of damage sources are all high rarity, the majority of mana accumulators in Gems of War are all low rarity. Which is something I always found funny. Because it mostly has to do with the fact of higher rarity stuff generally has higher mana cost. And due to this, a lot of low rarity stuff is actually really good at mana accumulating due to their lower mana cost. Compared to mythics. It's one of the reasons why mythic mana accumulators are almost never used. Unless they're like a super gimmicky one, like that one exploding red guy. That one goblin guy, I mean. Why did I forget his name? Because I don't normally use him. But that one guy does fire red. The Ani, Flaming Ani. Like Flaming Ani. Gosh, why can I not remember the other name? The one that does wish gems. Honestly, I don't even remember any of their names. Possessed King. Like, they're all, like, mythics that aren't bad. But I really don't feel like there's a high priority to get them because you can just use lower mana... you could just use lower rarity mana accumulators. Though I did place a couple of them pretty high on the mythic tier list. Which will be up soon, TM. I hope to get it out on Saturday. Ideally. Which means we'll probably have 3 videos up in the next 2 days then. 2 tomorrow, 1 on Saturday. You're almost level 1,700? Nice. You spent all your war coins? Oh gosh. Yeah, you get a lot of them early on in the game. A lot of veteran players, it took forever for them to get them because you don't get them for already existing kingdoms you finished. But newer players will get more war coins than they ever know what to do with. Because I think like every kingdom's like, what, 20, 25 war coins or something? I don't remember. Even if it's only 10. It still adds up really quickly. I think it's slightly higher than that 10, like 20 something. And they just added 2 new ones as well. Though unfortunately, you can only see 5 of them at a time. The other 4 are currently unobtainable until they rotate back around. I really wish they would just make that menu just have all of them in at a given time rather than rotating them. Because they actually do matter sometimes. Well, I very, very rarely use these special banners for people who might not have them. They are occasionally the best option to use. Like, for example, the most recent one they added, they basically added the perfect truffle banner, finally. That one that we got in the new set from the patch a couple weeks ago. It was, what, a +2 green, +1 brown, -1 yellow, I believe it was. Which is the first ever banner to have +2 green, +1 brown, without minus something that would be used on the team. Because before you had to minus, like, red, which wasn't that big a deal because it was Mirage Queen. But you were minusing something on a team that uses, like, 4 colors, despite the fact that you weren't using the other 2, but there was no minus to cover for it, but now there is, since you can minus yellow. What do I recommend using war coins on? Probably the banner I just mentioned. Because honestly, I might be the strongest banner that's actually under that category. The, which one was it called? The hunting... No, is it hunting? Yeah, it's the hunting pack. It was this one, right? Yeah, the hunting pack. Because the hunting pack came with this one. Do I have a team set up for it? No. Let's see. It was this banner. Hunting, hunting, hunting. They should all be next to each other. Where are they? This one. Yeah, the hunting pack. But yeah, the +2 green, +1 brown, -1 yellow. It's used for truffle build. I'm not sure exactly everything else it's used for. But this is basically like the truffle banner now. When you're running like a pure truffle team. Actually, we were running that for Ward event. I think we were. It's pretty much just the truffle banner now. It's a pretty strong one. Alright, what we're doing? Let's go open a few more keys. Where are we at on keys? 11 more. Yeah, all banners from there are pretty situational. But it is one of them that seems pretty decent. Because as a use case for occasionally. There's a lot of the other ones, I feel like I almost never use them. Because they just very rarely come up as being needed. Because as we get more and more banners, there's a lot of like alternative banners that you don't really need. Because there's so many ones that do something similar. But it's nice to have more coverage. Because there's always a time when you like build a team and like the perfect banner doesn't exist yet. For what you need to do. I wish just like every banner simultaneously existed so you would never have that issue. Like making your custom banner. Because they all follow the same formula. As far as like how much plus and minus they have. Except for that one for that short duration of time until they fixed it. But they all follow like the same amount of plus and minus. And the only reason there's not an option like that is because they want you to like unlock them slowly over time. And it also gives them a reason to sell them through war coins. I'm actually not even sure how many combinations we're missing. I would assume a lot. If you account for like every possible minus with every possible +2, +1. So a lot of them you don't really necessarily need because there's just so many overlap already. You're a newer player and you're drowning in deeds. That actually can happen as a newer player. Because oddly enough, as a newer player, there's actually a chance that you get bottlenecked more on gold than you do on deeds. Which is kind of funny. Because you need gold to use deeds, but as a newer player, you also need gold for 1.5 billion other things. So you're actually going to find yourself running out of gold more than you're running out of deeds. It obviously eventually changes to a point where the only thing you need is deeds. But, yeah, this is the main issue with early game. Like, there's a lot of things that need gold in early game. Especially if you're trying to get yourself into a bigger guild. Because that alone will consume almost like all the gold you have. And then you barely have it, enough to put it into anything else. Because later in the game you don't have to worry about that. Because, you know, you can put like all the gold you get into your guild and you'll be fine. But there's just like so many other things you need to be using gold on earlier on that you don't have to worry about later in the game. Because we pretty much just dump all of our gold into the guild. The only time we really ever use gold for something else is Underworld Hordes. And it's mostly if a new kingdom comes out. Or we feel like upgrading one to like 200 or something. And even that only uses a few million gold. Which, you know, is a lot, but later in the game isn't that much. Actually, we donated, what, 35 million on Christmas? Well, technically after Christmas because our account was banned. But you know what I mean. For Christmas, after Christmas, as a belated Christmas present. We just did like 35 million the other week. And we're sitting on 18 million right now. Well, technically 17 and a half. Ah, there we go. Alright, nice solid 2,300 key number. You know what? We haven't done it for a while. Let's go run and explore 12. You know what? Zacian has 20%. Let's go there. Oh, no, it's on a lower level, though. Let me go restart it. Let's go run an explore run. I feel like I haven't been doing these at all lately. But they're still worth doing. You still need to upgrade all the other rarities. And I haven't been making any progress on upgrading every rare in the game. To such a degree where I think more rares have actually come into the game since I've even bothered doing this explore. To the point that we have, like, negative amount of progress. Let's see, we'll take that one over. Just because we've been doing other pieces of content. Mostly just orbs. All the orbs. I'll take a skull over there. Oh, wait, you know what? I should have casted that again. There we go. Oh, no, it missed. Wait, really? How did you miss that hard? Zala won't allow it. Been married, band miss. Yeah, I wonder how many people would have quit because of that. Like, imagine someone who doesn't keep up with, like, any of the socials in the game or anything else. And they see their account was banned for hacking. Like, how many people do you think, like, literally just quit when they saw that? Because that number has to be more than 0. How much more is within question? But, like, that number is definitely not 0. If you just randomly log into a game one day and it's like, oh, you've been banned. You might just take it at face value, like, oh, okay, well, I'm done now. Let's take that over. I think most people would have looked into it because it specifically said hacking. So if someone wasn't hacking, it'd be very obvious, like, hey, I wasn't hacking. If it said something more vaguely, like, you got banned for exploiting, it could be like, oh, okay, maybe I did something wrong. But when it specifically says hacking, it's like, wait, I didn't do such a thing. You know, many people were ready to quit if the ban lasted longer. Honestly, the ban didn't last that long. They got around to it pretty quick for being on holiday break. Like, it took them only a few days to get it all situated for the most part. Obviously, it's not fully fixed yet, but, like, they fixed most of it within a few days. Also, I need skulls on the board, though that, alignment does work as well. Most did not take it as nonchalant as us. Let's see. I'll take that over. I was pretty lowly impacted by it, though. Like, the only thing it really impacted was our Christmas stream. But aside from that, it didn't really affect much anything else. Because I effectively didn't even miss a day. Even though we were banned for, like, almost 30 hours. Just because of how the time period went. I mostly just messed up our Christmas stream. But we still streamed, we just, you know, chatted. Instead of playing the game at all. It's basically like a just chat stream that went over the normal stuff we go over and then kind of just ended. We went over all the weekly spoilers, you know, all the normal things we go over every Sunday night. My reaction to being banned was awesome. Wish you would have caught it live. Oh yeah, Genki, thank you for handing out your holiday code, by the way. Because you were the reason I was actually able to get a copy of the Shelf on an Elf. Because my account was banned when I handed out my own code of it, so I couldn't claim my own code. Because a banned account can't claim codes. So the only reason I had the one copy of it was from your code that you handed out like a day or two earlier. And we actually needed that to max it out. Because I needed one more copy for an upgrade, so it saved us a pet orb. Let's see, I'll take that one over. Aww. See, this is why you don't do Explore 12. Look at how pitiful that loot is. They really need to buff Explore 12. I really wish when they added Mimics last March, they would have been slightly more. I feel like they under-buffed Explore 12 when they did that. Like, I think it'll be fine when they do another buff to it, because having Mimics plus another feature added to it, like, you know, new metals coming in or something similar, like, that could be cool. But Explore 12 definitely could use a buff. Obviously, one of those buffs could be them making a higher level, combined with new metals would be a cool combination. And those higher levels not only give you, you know, more tokens, but it would also result in, you know, them adding more metals to the game. Because that's something I thought they would expand upon a lot more. And they surprisingly haven't been. Like, there's so many metal types they could make that they just haven't been doing. But anyways, guys, I think we'll be wrapping up for here. We will be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. I'll be covering a couple videos soon. Tomorrow we'll be covering a video on dungeons, level 20 dungeons. We'll be covering a video on Deep Delves, the Warren's Deep Delves. And we'll be doing an event for it tomorrow night at this time, or, you know, an hour prior to now tomorrow. We'll be doing the event for Deep Delves for Warren's. We'll have a video also summarizing everything. And on Saturday, I hope to get the Mythic video out. If it's not on Saturday, it's definitely going to be on Sunday. But I hope to do it on Saturday. But anyways, guys, this is the rundown. I will catch you guys later. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful New Year's if I don't see you by then. And stay warm out there. Goodbye, everyone. Catch you guys later.